Hello and welcome to This Week on the Outer Banks. We're excited to have you and we want to tell you about a few things going on this week. From August 31st to September 4th, the WRV Outer Banks Pro Surfing Competition will take place at Jeanette's Pier. Check out the region's top riders as they go head-to-head for big prize money. The Outer Banks Kite Festival will be happening September 9th to 11th from 10 to 4 at Jockey's Ridge. Kitty Hawk Kites will be displaying a variety of 30 to 100 foot kites. You can come fly your own kite, take part in free stunt kite lessons, or just enjoy the sights. Please visit their website for more details. The Currituck Beach Volunteer Fire and Rescue is having a 40th anniversary party on Sunday, September 4th. There will be free food, live music, a silent auction, guest speakers, including the gravedigger Dennis Anderson, and more. Come support a great cause. If you're looking to catch live music this weekend, we recommend the Beer Garden Corolla, the Tap Shack in Duck, and the Brewing Station located in Kittleville Hills. For more activities and ideas, check out Twitty & Company's Facebook, Instagram, or the Twitty blog. Up next, we're going right up the street to the Currituck Banks Reserve Trail, and we're going to talk with Eric from the North Carolina Coastal Reserve for this week's Local Business Spotlight. So today we're on the Currituck Banks Reserve Trail, which is located just about 3/4 of a mile north of Corolla Village. I'm here with Eric, who, what's your title? You manage a site, right?
Yep, I'm the Northern Sites Manager for the Coastal Reserve program up here.
So I mean, this is sort of a hidden gem. I think a lot of people think there's this sharp turn as you get close to going onto the northern beaches. We have a sharp turn with a parking lot, but I think a lot of folks don't know there's anything beyond that parking lot. So can you tell us a little bit about just this site and then the other sites that you have on the Outer Banks?
Absolutely. So we have 3 sites up here that I manage. This is Currituck Banks. It's 1,000 acres about of coastal habitat and estuarine habitat. It's protected for research and education, so we have a lot of educational and research projects that happen on this site. But yeah, it's a great place. This place itself offers a 0.3 mile boardwalk that is ADA accessible, goes all the way out to the Sound, which is great. Great view.
Great place for sunset watching.
Absolutely. Great place for bird watching and animal watching too. We have a lot of that here. And then we're also standing on the trail. This is the Primitive Trail. It's a 1.5 mile trail that runs all the way out through the maritime forest and loops around and comes back. So it's a great hike to get in the woods in such a built up place.
Yeah, and it's, I mean, we're at the very beginning of the trail that goes to the woods. We're really not that far from the road from here, but you really can't hear any cars. I mean, you might hear a dog that might be on the trail somewhere from time to time, but it's really great back here. Tell us about some of the animals or other wildlife that you might see when you're on the trail.
Sure. So since it's a mix of, the estuarine habitat and this maritime forest ecosystem, you have a diverse amount of species. So if you go to the end of the boardwalk, you could look in the water and look for blue crabs. They're really common to see. We have a mix of saltwater and freshwater fish species. Osprey tend to hang out this time of year at the end of the boardwalk, and we have velted kingfishers that you'll see fishing out there on the water. In here in the woods, you'll also run into white-tailed deer, a lot of gray squirrels, box turtles. We do have other, songbirds. We've seen owls back here. So a huge diversity of species. And then last, of course, our southern border is the fence line that keeps the wild horse population north. So the wild horses do come back here usually in the quieter months when there's not so much traffic, but
yeah, I would say anytime we have a northeasterly direction wind, you're much more likely to see horses back here. But yeah, I always just the deer, you'll walk right up on a deer. Do see snakes from time to time, so, watch your footwork a little bit.
Absolutely.
Well, now you said you manage 3 sites, right? What are the other sites that you have on the Northern Bank?
Sure. So this is one component of the North Carolina Coastal Reserve program, and it's a part of the National Estuarine Research Reserve System. So big words, a lot of words, but to simplify it, it's 10 protected sites up and down the coast of North Carolina that are preserved for that research and education and stewardship, allowing for public enjoyment as well. So around here, I manage 2 other sites, Kitty Hawk Woods Reserve, which is in Kitty Hawk, and then Buxton Woods Reserve down in Hatteras in Buxton. And then locally, we have the Buck Ridge Reserve in Columbia, and we span all the way down to the South Carolina border where you'll find Bird Island and the ones in between. So,
well, thanks so much, Eric, for letting us hang out with you and talk a little bit about the Currituck Banks Reserve Trail. It's a great spot to come. If you're around Corolla Village waiting for your rental home to be ready, you can easily walk right up here from the village. It's just a great, it's a hidden gem. I love it. I come here almost every afternoon. So thanks again.
absolutely.
And thanks for joining us for this week on the Outer Banks. We'll see you next week.